All right, welcome. If you're a focused learner looking to seriously level up your environment, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're taking those boring, completely forgettable corporate walls and transforming them into visually compelling, camera-ready spaces. Whether you're setting up the perfect backdrop for your YouTube channel or you're just trying to bring some actual personality to your daily workspace, this explainer is going to show you exactly how to do it.
Look, we've all walked past it. You know exactly the kind of mundane office art I'm talking about, right? The Misty Mountain stock photos, the generic motivational quotes, and that default Helvetica font. We walk past them 1,000 times a day without ever really seeing them. They just kind of blend into the drywall. So it really begs the question, what actually separates art that genuinely belongs in an office from art that's just there to cover up a blank spot?
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. We're going to hit the generic art problem, look at the 3 rules of cool, and upgrade some common art types. Then, we'll get into designing for the camera, personalizing those microspaces, and finally, we'll wrap up with budgets and common mistakes.
Starting right off with Section 1, the generic art problem, and why most art is completely ignored.
Here's the thing. Most office art isn't inherently wrong. It's just a forgettable default setting. It lacks intentionality. Generic art relies on super vague elements, like those default prints that literally came in the box with the office furniture. But cool art is hyper-specific. It references your specific team language, inside jokes, or the actual culture of your industry. That's the key differentiator here. Specificity. The art should belong to the people and the culture of that exact office, not just act as filler.
Which brings us to Section 2, the 3 rules of cool, our framework for success. So, what's the overarching framework here? How do we make sure our art doesn't end up as generic wallpaper? Well, there are 3 pillars. First, like we just talked about, it has to be specific. Second, it generates a reaction. If people are photographing it or commenting on it or sharing it online, it's cool. If they walk past without registering it, it simply isn't. And third, it must be a deliberate choice. You know, a carefully chosen $15 printable download reads as infinitely cooler than a $200 canvas somebody mindlessly ordered from a corporate catalog.
All right, Section 3, upgrading common art types.
Let's actually put those rules to work on the trickiest formats out there, starting with funny office art. We have all seen bad funny art, but consider this definition print. Meeting, a gathering of people who have read the same email and would like to discuss it at length. I mean, that is just relatable irony, right? Dictionary prints consistently outperform other funny formats because they contrast this very formal academic look with a highly specific knowing observation. Plus, because they're framed like real art, they look deliberate. They don't just look like an Instagram meme you take to the wall.
And this contrast completely solves the reputation problem of motivational art too. Think about phrases like dream big or hustle. They've been plastered on walls since 1998. They are totally drained of meaning. But a phrase like do the work every day names an actual action. Specificity creates accountability, whereas vagueness just creates abstraction. When you pair a specific phrase with real typography instead of a tired poster font, it suddenly becomes this powerful statement of your actual culture.
Now, context is literally everything, especially when we're talking about abstract art. In a standard corporate office, abstract art generally needs to be calm, neutral, and non-demanding. But in a creative space, you need bold, saturated colors and large scale. Think 36 by 48 inches or even bigger. A large piece reads as confident, while small pieces read as cautious. So, a vibrant, geometric print in a creative office projects this amazing, confident balance of precision and visual risk.
Moving right along to Section 4, designing for the camera.
Let's see how this builds into our most critical environment today, the spaces that appear on video. Whether you're running a YouTube channel or you're just spending half your day on Zoom calls, your background is speaking for you. The ultimate video background is usually a gallery wall, but it's executed badly all the time, so here's the perfect procedure. Step 1. Choose one consistent element. Either all your frames match or your color palette matches. Step 2. Hang a clear, large anchor piece right at eye level so the arrangement doesn't look like it just randomly grew on the wall. And a quick tip for creative offices, an arrangement of 5 to 7 pieces spanning 60 to 72 inches works absolutely best on a standard 8 to 10 foot wall. Finally, Step 4. Plan with paper templates before you ever pick up a hammer.
But I actually want to pause on Step 3 from that list, because this is the absolutely crucial pivot step for remote workers and creators. You have to check your arrangement on camera. You must physically set up your webcam or your YouTube camera and look at the frame before putting a single nail in the drywall. It's crazy, but a gallery wall that looks beautiful and perfectly spaced out in person will very often compress on camera and ends up reading as chaotic, busy, and just completely overwhelming to your viewers.
Okay, Section 5, personalizing the microspace.
Now, great art isn't just for massive feature walls or YouTube backdrops, it's for the micro spaces where we actually sit and work every day. A bare, uninspiring cubicle basically communicates that personal expression isn't welcome, which genuinely drags down morale. But look at the alternative. With a quick $30 investment in coordinated small printable sets and matching frames, you can completely transform a constrained cubicle into a deliberate, morale-boosting space. And if you use lightweight command strips, you instantly have a rental-friendly arrangement that you can easily swap out and evolve over time.
But what if your microspace is a personal gym or a sports office? Here's a huge pro tip for you. Skip the licensed team posters. Instead, opt for a matte black, die-cut steel silhouette. Something like a golfer at the top of a backswing, which usually runs around $95. It's clean, it's graphic, and it feels permanent. Most importantly, it reads as high-end art, not cheap merchandise, and it tells visitors something genuinely true about the person working there.
Finally, Section 6, Budgets and Common Mistakes.
Now, what's really interesting here is how achievable this all is. A lot of people think cool just means expensive, but statement cool can be achieved at multiple accessible price points. For under $15, you can buy digital printables, print them locally, frame them yourself, and boom, you have a 3-piece set for under $40 total. For under $50, you can get a perfectly framed, role-specific, funny definition print, which is arguably the highest impact purchase for a personal workspace. And even those ultimate statement pieces, like custom steel signs or massive canvases, sit comfortably in the $95 to $200 range.
Let's do a really quick rapid-fire rundown of the most common pitfalls to avoid. First, no generic phrases like hustle. Paradoxically, hanging generic motivation makes an office look like it naturally lacks drive. Second, don't hang too many competing pieces without a clear hierarchy. Third, avoid cheap frames. They just make your art look like a printed internet meme. Fourth, don't ignore your cubicles. And lastly, the biggest mistake of all, do not buy art that could belong absolutely anywhere.
I want to share this powerful quote from Tricia Clark because it perfectly summarizes everything we've talked about today. She says, "The art we are most proud of is the art that is genuinely specific to the space it lives in. That specificity is not expensive, it is a decision. Great office art is simply a deliberate choice to reject the generic. You just have to make the decision."
So that leaves us with the ultimate test question. I want you to take a look at your office right now. Look at your video background. Could the art on your walls belong in any other office in any other industry in the world? If the answer is yes, then it is time to apply these specific frameworks to your space. Make a deliberate choice, make it specific, and put up something that actually makes people stop and look. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.